the passion just kind of died for it. Just getting back home on a Sunday, and it feels good. It feels good getting out of the truck. Today's video, I want to talk about why I've been thinking about quitting trucking lately, and there's a few reasons why. Let's talk about the first reason why I've been considering, quitting lately. And I'm most likely gonna leave. It's just I'm planning out a few things right now, so when that time comes, I'll be ready. First reason why is because the home time. So yeah, like I was saying, just had to grab my bag here. So the home time is pretty horrible. Now, obviously, I signed a contract before I started, and me being new to trucking, thinking 34 hours is gonna be enough. Well, I was wrong. Like, I was really wrong. So I get a 34-hour reset, guys, and it's absolutely not enough time for my life. I have a lot going on in my free time. For me to balance out all that stuff, it's incredibly hard. Now, if I'm lucky, if I get home late, I'll get 2 days off. Even then, guys, it's just not enough time. If I do decide to stay in the trucking thing, I will find a gig that has like 2 to 3 days off a week. Maybe even, 3 days, I'll say. So I'll be able to try to find something like that. So this next one has to do with a lot saying, I have a lot going on. Well, it's the schedule. So you drive, trucking job, right? You work for basically, well, in this instance, we're gonna go based on the mega carriers, because I work for technically what's called a mega carrier, a bigger company. You're driving, let's just say, for example, you have an 11-hour drive clock. You're not gonna drive the full 11. I mean, some days you might have to make an appointment time, but we'll say you have, 10 hours to drive. Guys, that's 10 hours of your day driving. So if you start at 6, you basically end at 4, and then sometimes you have an unload, right? So sometimes you're sitting in a dock for 3 hours. So you can add that 3 hours onto the time you spend driving. So you drove 10 hours, and then you have 3 hours you were on duty. And then plus, say you started an hour early, guys, we're talking 14-hour days. So by the time you shut down at the end of the night, yeah, you might stop at 5 or 6 at night. You don't want to do anything. You don't want to have to cook. You don't want to have to do all the stuff that requires effort, work out, and this and that. And I could tell you this because it happened to me. I started off so good, and then it's easy to fall into like little traps, right? And I know it has a huge role on discipline or whatnot, but we're not going to get too much into that. What I'm saying is the schedule that trucking has, it's hard for you to do the other things that you like to enjoy. And that's where I feel like people say, well, I don't like this shit anymore. All right, had to brush my teeth, blew that thing up, had to go. You gotta go. Yeah, like I was saying, some days you work 14-hour days. You shut down for 10 hours. There's your 24 hours in the day. Think about it. Is your full day worth the amount of money that you're making? Think of all the other things you possibly could be doing. Going on a walk, eating good food, taking the car that you like out for a drive, traveling, etc. Really think about that, because when you think about it, it's kind of scary. The people. Now I'm talking about like bad drivers, just other semi trucks, and I'm sure if you guys drive, you know what I'm talking about. Bad drivers, I get cut off. I don't even want to know how many times a day. I get cut off all the time. I get other people road raging with me. People cut me off, they slam their brakes on, this and that, just to try to get off the exit or pass me and stuff. People don't really care. People don't give a shit about trucks. Accidents is another one. If you get stuck in an accident, you could so much as kiss, you know, 2 hours away, depending if you have the detour, how severe it is and stuff. Let's talk about, you know, certain management. I like my fleet manager now. He's cool. And I liked my, you know, previous fleet manager. She was chill, but I'll tell you right now, there's certain people that I don't really care for in the office, and I know who those people are, and I'm sure they don't care for me. It is what it is. They kind of made it known. I'm not a fan of forced dispatch. You know, they're like, here, you could be in Virginia one day. Oh, you're going to Maine or you're going to Georgia. They control where you go. You don't have any say, really. Yeah, let's walk and talk. Got my hot chocolate right now. I don't know where it changed. The passion just kind of died for it. I want to talk about the pay. Everyone always thinks like truck drivers, yeah, you make a lot of money, big money. For example, I will break it down to you. Oh, the company I work for, which is Rail, they advertise you make 72 grand a year, right? Well, we're gonna do some calculations. Real quick, let's just do 1,400 times 52 weeks in a year, right? So you're projected to make 72,800, right? $72,800. Don't focus just on that number, and I'm gonna tell you why. Reality, you need to factor in expenses. Do you have your 401k? Do you have other expenses? So I'm gonna make a video. I don't know if it's gonna be next or not, but I'm gonna make a video talking about how much money I make, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are curious, and I'm gonna break it down to you guys. Can we just appreciate that though real quick? It's gorgeous. So yeah, if you factor in expenses, you factor in your 401k, you're contributing to that, you have medical, etc., etc. We're just going to go ahead and assume that that's going to bring the amount down to, we'll say $1,000, right? That's easy math. I don't even need the calculator for that. $1,000 a week times 52 weeks in a year, that's 52 grand. So you're losing 20 grand pretty much in taxes alone. So keep that into consideration. You work for free a lot, right? I always thought it was just, you know, a scam. Oh yeah, I work for free. What are they talking about? Detention pay is trash. It's a scam. And I'm not trying to bash, I'm not making this video to bash any company in specific. I'm just telling you what is bothering me and what needs to be changed. Detention pay is trash, guys. I literally have to give them 2 free hours of my time to start making money. And even then, I barely make money. I barely make money because they get you out of there like 2.5 hours. I'm not gonna claim a half-hour detention pay. It's kind of annoying because when you think about it, it's annoying because you're out there already hustling hard, right? And then you're not making the money you're supposed to be making, like if you're tied up with something. I remember sitting on this bench before it all started. I remember sitting on this bench when I quit my last job. I remember sitting on this bench talking about I was going out to Arizona for like a week, and then I was getting in the truck, and it all started here pretty much. I remember just looking off into the distance, and I was so happy. I was so happy to start this new career, and I was so disciplined. I wanted everything. I guess things just change. Sometimes I wonder where it all changed, but when you realize that there's more to life than just to devote so many hours a day to something that you don't have a true passion for, you start to transition. You start to think about a different perspectives and stuff. It's hard to explain, guys, but until you get to a situation where I'm at, you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, things change, guys. Now it's kind of like reshaping my thing, reshaping my next plan. Yeah, I needed to make this for you guys. I needed to talk to people, and I needed to be, I'm being totally transparent. The money doesn't matter if you're If you find yourself in an unhappy situation, it doesn't matter. But if you stay somewhere where it's almost like it's soul killing. I just had to throw this out there for everybody who was curious on what's going on right now. I have a plan set in stone. Things are gonna get crazy. If everything falls into place the way I see it, it's gonna be crazy, guys. You're gonna be like, holy crap. Bringing a camera with me and everything. So stay tuned. The change is coming soon. I feel it. I keep telling myself every day. But until then, I'm gonna enjoy my time out there. I'm gonna try to enjoy I'm enjoying my days off, the time that I get off, and I'm trying to be happy. So I'm out here. I already feel 100% getting this walk in today. It's cold, it's gloomy and stuff, but I feel great just being out in nature. In conclusion, am I saying, you know, all trucking's bad? No, I'm not. So anyways, guys, I'm probably sure I'm forgetting something, but I just feel good making this video. All you guys who are even not a truck driver and you're at a job where you're not really sure if you see yourself there, drop a comment down below. I like hearing from you guys. Yes, I read the comments. I'm sure there's somebody in my position right now. Make sure you guys leave a like down below. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.